Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, something a little bit out of the normal type of tutorial I usually do. So yeah, I'm going to be working on making a party dress today. That is a kind of dress that you can wear to a party or an African party rather, if you don't have an ashwebi. So you get the drift, right? So yeah, because this tutorial is eventually this what I'm doing today is eventually going to be a dress. Kindly watch out for my next tutorial where I'll be showing you how I'm going to make the upper part of this dress. But for today, let's focus on making the lower parts of this dress, which is the waist snatched fitted pencil skirt with the side ruffles. So let's ride. So for today's waist snatched fitted skirts, you're going to first decide how long you want your skirt to be, and this is my own full length skirt that is all the way to the ground. Then you also locate on this same pattern, you locate your above knee level. So that is from your knee level, just measure a bit above it, maybe like 2 inches away from your knee. That is your above knee level. So you measure from your waist to your above knee level and locate the measurement right here, and this is mine. So right now, to get the waist snatched and fitted effect, we are going to take out all the ease that is on this pattern. So everything that is going to make this skirt or this lower part, because you know obviously is going to be made into a dress like I explained earlier. So everything that is going to make this dress, this skirt, everything that is going to make it what will I call it, that will give it ease of movement, we take everything out because we want it like really fitted, like it has to like contour, that's like fit closely to your body. So we are contouring this skirt to like fit closely to your body. So to do that, I'm going to take out the ease measurement, because normally, you know, on your basic pattern, like that is on your basic bodice pattern, if you know, on your basic pattern, we used to add like some ease allowance into the measurements when we are measuring on the pattern. So we're going to take out that ease measurement, and then we are going to take out the dart measurements also. So to do that, you are going to get your waist measurements. So whatever, you know, normally if you want to locate the measurement for calculating your waist measurement on a basic pattern is your waist in cm. That is, you convert your waist to cm by multiplying it by 2.5. so your waist in cm, or you use your tape rule to measure your waist in centimeters if you have it. So you measure your waist in centimeters, and then you add 2 cm ease allowance to it, then you divide it by 4, and then you add 3 cm dart allowance to that. But for today, I'm going to take out all of those extra allowances. So I'm just going to get my actual waist, and then I'll divide it by 4. So whatever I get, I'm going to relocate it on top of this pattern. I hope you understand. And then I'll do the same also for my hip measurements. I'm going to take out the ease allowance from my hip measurement. So that is instead of adding 2 cm ease allowance, I'm going to just get my hip measurement, and then I'll divide it by 4 straight away. So my waist measurement is 28, so I'm going to divide that by 4, and then I'll locate it here. And then my hip measurement is 38, so I'm going to divide 38 by 4 and also locate this here, and then redraw my lines. And this is my new pattern. So I'm going to extend this line and then redraw this line all the way to the hem of my skirt. So you can now clean off your waist darts here, just so that you know that there's no more darts on this pattern. Now because I'm going to be cutting both the front and back of my skirts with this pattern, so when I'm cutting my front, I'll fold this borderline inside, that is this zip allowance extra, I'll fold it inside, and when I'm cutting my back, I'll open it up like this. So remember to take in a bit of zip that's at the back here. So you just from here, from this borderline here, just so that you don't have any bulge at the back, and this skirt fits the slope of your back like very well, like firmly. So you just measure, let's say 1.5 cm from this borderline here. You measure 1.5 cm. So once you mark that, you draw a line from there back to your upper hip level here. So it extends here, and that is all for this bit. So now I'm just going to extend this part here all the way down to the hem of my skirt. Now for the hem of the skirt, my actual full length measurement, that is from my shoulder to the floor, that is floor length, is 62 inches. So because I want this skirt, like I want it to cover my whole feet, and I don't want my feet to show at all, so I want it to like sweep the floor, I added like 3 inches extra to my full length. So the whole length of this skirt, that is from my waist to my from my shoulder to my waist, is going to end up being 65 inches. So and this is my nail line for the side of my skirts. So now for the pencil shape effect, you are going to come to your above knee level here, and then you go in by 1.5 inches. You can do 2 inches too, it depends on you and how tight you want it to be, but me, I feel like 1.5 inches is enough for that. So now that you measure 1.5 inches inwards, and then you go to the hem of your skirt, and from the side of the skirt here at the hem, you can go in by, you can do 4 inches, or should we do 3.5? Let's see, let's do 3.5 inches. So now you connect. I'm going to connect from my hip down to this part, and then I'll connect from here down to the hem here. And this is what it's going to look like. So this is the hem of my skirt. You can see connected to the above knee level here, and then connected to the hip level here. So you might be thinking, once I do this now, how am I going to walk when I'm done sewing this? The trick to this is to make sure the slit at the back is as long as possible, as long as you want, as long as just so that it can make you to give you ease of movement. So you can do the slit at the back, like from the hem, 24 inches. If that is enough, if you try it on and you feel like that is enough, you leave it at 2. If you feel like you should even make it higher, you can do that. So the trick is to make the slit at the back as long as possible, so it's going to give you a bit of space to move around while the skirt stays fitted. So now I'm just going to blend this hip part because it gives me a sharp point here, so I'm just going to blend it a little, and this is really it. So now just add your allowance, 1 inch here, ½ inch here to join to the ½ inch at the waist here to join to the upper part of the dress that we'll be making, that I'll be showing you next week. So ½ inch here, 1 inch here. There's no need for any allowance at the hem. So, and that's really it. So I'm just going to cut this out. I'll cut this out, and then I'll add my allowance and cut the side out. Then I'll place on my fabric and then cut it out on my fabric. So remember, when you're cutting the front on your fabric, you fold this part in, you fold it in, and then when you're cutting the back, you leave it open. So now I'm just going to do all of that now. And these are my cutout pieces. This is my front cutout piece, and this is my back cutout piece. Now let's move ahead to the ruffles, that is the side ruffles for this skirt. Now for the ruffle, you are going to pick up your pattern and then you measure from the waist to the lower hip level here, and then I have 9.4 inches. So I'm going to pick that and multiply by 2. So, and this is what I have here. So let's just say 9.5 inches times 2. That's going to give us like I think 19 inches, I think. So we can make it 20 inches. So what I have here now is 20 inches. So let me turn it to the wrong side. So at the wrong side here, I'm going to, at this part here, I'm going to go down by 2 inches, and then at this point here, I'm going to go in by 3 inches. So I'm going to draw a curved line from here all the way to this point. I hope you get what I explained now. So I'm going to cut this out. So we are going to cut 2 of this, one for one side and this other one for the other side. So you can also cut a lining for this just to turn it inside out. So you cut a lining to turn the edges, that is this part here. You turn this part inside out. This part will be the part that will be going into the side seam of your skirt. So to sew this, just after you must have turned this part here, this lower part here and this upper part here with your lining, then you gather this part. You gather this part here. So you gather it back to the 9.5 inches we measured from our waist to our lower hip level. Then once you do that, you're going to place it on the front of your skirt. So you place it like this after you must have gathered it. So you place it like this, and then you place your back piece on top of this and sew the sides by 1 inch. So I'm just going to do this now and then I'll show you what it looks like. So for my own skirt, I'm not going to be cutting the lining for this skirt because the fabric is already thick enough. But if your fabric is not as thick, you can cut a lining for that. So this is what I meant when I said you need to gather it. It's already gathered this one in place. This will be at the upper side, this will be at the lower side. So you place this like this. So you place it like this, and then you sew down. You can pin it down, and then you place your back piece on top of this and sew right sides together. So by the time you sew this side down, this one is going to come out like this when you're done sewing. You're going to come like this when you're done sewing. So I'm just going to do that now. So remember to measure ½ inch from the top here, just to make up for the allowance to join to the upper side. So you measure ½ inch from the top, and then from there is where you place this, and then it goes all the way down to where your hip level is. That is your lower hip level, which is, mine is 9.5 inches. So this is going to go all the way to 9.5 inches, and then I'll do the same also for the other side. So I'm just going to do all of these too. I'm just going to do all of this now. I'll sew the right sides together, sew the middle, and fix my zipper at the back of the skirt, and also finish the hemline of the skirt. So I'm going to do all of that now.
And that's it, guys. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. So please hit the subscribe button, tap the like button, and watch out for my next tutorial where I'll be showing you how to make the upper part. That is going to be an elegant upper part. So watch out for that next week. By the way, if you haven't yet seen these 2 video tutorials on top of your screen, why not just tap away and look into it. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.